Hey guys, what's up, Jump here, and welcome back to another video. And I haven't done a proper channel update in a really long time, and in fact, the last one was probably before my channel really started blowing up, so it's probably been a couple hundred subscribers since. So I decided today I would do a full-on channel update because there's been a lot that's been happening with the channel lately, and I think it's important to end up covering it right now. Alright, so the first thing I want to go ahead and cover is the fact that, so last week I uploaded 2 game spotlights. Those I want to clear up right now are not going to be something that'll ever be instead of normal command block videos. The reason that they were uploaded instead of a command block video is because there were 2 of them, and I was in finals, so that's why I was not really very active the past couple weeks. So yeah, those will be alongside normal videos if I continue them in the future, and they will not move to a separate channel. They'll just all be here. I will expand the channel to other games in terms of actually like tutorials in the future or likely, I should say, not lately. So if you're excited for some other games, let me know what games you'd like to see. Just know though that I can't do any super graphic intensive games, and of course if it's a game, it needs to be one that I could easily create tutorials on. Someone recommended to me Roblox, and I might take a look at trying to create tutorials for that. But I have to find one A that doesn't have a lot of lag, and B, since it's a game that, well, it's basically made up of a bunch of different games, it's kind of a bit difficult to do tutorials on that, so we'll figure out how we'll try and create videos on that. So yeah, again, still going to create weekly command block tutorials. Any other videos will be alongside normal videos, and yeah. So the feedback that I've been getting as well has just been amazing. I love seeing your comments, and I read every single one of your comments on my videos. And yeah, so continue to leave that, and it always helps me to know because I read every single one of your comments, so I know, for example, if you want to cover a certain command, or if you want to see certain content, or less of certain content. So always continue with that feedback. Super helpful to me, and of course it can help you get what you want to see onto the channel. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, and while we're at the topic of you guys, thank you so much. 336 of you have subscribed to my channel as of recording this video on January 21st, which is pretty amazing. 336 people is quite a lot, and yeah, so thank you for that. Really quick, back on the topic of the game spotlights, is that Dispergo and Gratitur, which are the 2 games I create game spotlights on, are going to be updated, likely with patches and fixes for the things that I ended up finding in my videos. The game developer said that he will fix it, and you should always go ahead and try it out, download it. I really enjoyed the games actually, so yeah, I'll have probably in the end card a little button where you could click there or tap there if you're on mobile and go straight to the videos on my game spotlights. Alright, so in terms of the server, and this is what I know a lot of you want to know since I'm on the server right now, the event that I'm currently running will likely close on at the last day of January, and by that point I will end up tallying up all of the deaths. Let me just show you really quick. So yeah, I'm going to tally up all the deaths, and I'm probably, if any deaths by the end of that are over 100, I will probably decrease them slightly. Yeah, one of the issues we've been having with the servers, there've been a couple of corrupted chunks, because World Edit sometimes causes that. So I've been really working to resolve those. I've spent hours on it so far, and so yeah, again, another update to that, to Minor JPC7, who I know has been having a ton of issues with trying to join the server lately, and every time he joins it, the server just completely crashes. I've really been trying to figure out how to fix it, but I haven't been able to. Unfortunately, I may have to delete the chunks that you're in, but please, if you're able to log on even for just a second, please copy down your coordinates, and then send them to me in a comment, and I will go ahead and look at that area in World Edit and see what I can do to fix it, because when I have thousands of chunks, trying to find one specific problematic one, especially with lag, can be an issue. Alright, so yeah, also rewards for the server event. I'm not going to be telling you exactly what they are, but I'm going to come up with something unique, and yeah, something pretty cool. Maybe a new special effect or something, who knows. I kind of to be decided at the moment, but if you have any ideas, always leave them in the comment section. And I also wanted to say something amazing is that 43 total players have joined my server so far. That's just awesome. even though even though I know most of you don't play daily anymore, it's still amazing to have so many people that have joined my server total. And I also wanted to mention that I'm thinking about doing a server reset within the next couple months, because lately people just haven't been as interested in the server. We've been having more and more bugs. The server's a lot more capable now, and I think a new server launch would be really exciting. But of course I would save the old world and give you all access to it via world download. So let me know what you think of that, and yeah, I'll probably, if you're all okay with it, I will then go ahead and leave a straw poll as to when I should reset the server in a future video, and yeah, we'll go ahead and set a time and end up resetting it. Alright, so also I love the suggestions as well that you've been putting down. I know I kind of touched on this earlier, but please leave as many of them as possible. Like, if you come up with, say, whether it's covering a command, if you have an idea on how to create a command, or on a command block contraption or something, I'll take a look into that. Actually, I believe one of my things on the list is, if I remember correctly, Party Out Here Brian asked for a floor crafting tutorial, and what I understand is that, dropping down items, having them auto-craft, so I'll look into that one as well. And let me think, there are a couple more things here. So yeah, again, suggestions are extremely helpful. I just, they hugely help me when I'm coming up with videos, because what happens when I'm creating a command block tutorial is if nobody's giving me any feedback, I just cover what I haven't covered yet in that series, and that of course can get pretty boring, obviously. So yeah, again, leave feedback, really helpful to me. Oh yeah, the other thing about the server reset is that I want to give a name to the next server. So what I want you to do is, if you have a name suggestion for the server, leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead, and if I get multiple names for the server, I'll create a straw poll, and we'll create a poll and see what people like in terms of names for the server. So this will be something I want to get as much of your feedback as possible, so I'll be asking you all this throughout the next couple months. But yeah, because just naming it Wave Jump Server is kind of boring, obviously. Another thing you might have noticed in this video is that the gameplay might be slightly smoother than usual, or it might be slightly laggier than usual, and the reason for that is, for this episode I've enabled 60 frames per second recording, and what that means is that essentially my recording will be at double the frame rate. Now, part of what this means is that there might be a bit more lag, and I might actually end up not having as higher quality of video, but for the most part what it means is that the video will look a lot smoother, except for these super laggy areas around spawn. And I always do upload in 60 frames per second, because the transitions and animations I use are in 60 frames per second, but my gameplay never was, so let me know if you find it smoother at all, and if you want me to keep creating 60 frames per second content, or if you want me to go back to 30 frames per second because it just looks better. Patreon, still going really strong. I haven't gotten anybody new since the last Patreon, which is Shatter, which again, thank you so much to Shatter for supporting me on Patreon. If you want to support me, click the P at the end of the video, or tap on it, and it'll bring you to the Patreon page. I may end up at some point setting up a one-time donation thing as well, as what I've been thinking about, but that's a lot more complicated, because then I have to create a separate PayPal account and all that stuff, and I just don't right now want to mess with that. And I think, let me just double check here at my list, I think that's everything we needed to cover. Yeah, this has been a pretty long channel update, probably the longest I've ever done, because usually it ended up being 1 to 3 minutes. But if you want, oh yeah, also, last thing, which wasn't even on my list, is live streams will be starting up again. I know that the weeks before finals were like no live streams whatsoever, but I do enjoy doing live streams, so I'll probably be continuing to try and do those. And yeah, there might actually, never mind. Anyways guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and leave a like down below. Leave some feedback in the comments please, because again, it helps me a ton. And yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.